Hey YouTube, here doing a review, not really an unboxing because I already opened it, but it's a review on the Indulgence, is this right? Yeah, the Indulgence MX4. I did receive this atomizer from Vapor DNA, these guys. Really cool guys, they also included, I'm pretty sure it's with the mod, but I mean I got a Project Sub-Ohm sticker, can't wait to slap that on something. And also they included as a little freebie Millennium Potions lychee flavor. It's in a 3 ml, but I mean I'm one to try anything and actually like lychee, so thank you guys at Vapor DNA for including that in the kit. So straight from the box, it comes with this pamphlet on top. It comes with these extra 5 O-rings, 4 screws, and 4 plugs for those bottom airflow adjustments, and it comes with this Delrin 510 adapter and this clear chamber cap thing that they say reduces heat, but from being a vapor, I could honestly say that this probably will melt vaping the way anyone who buys this atomizer would vape. But yeah, it's about back of the box, whatever. This Addy right here is the Sub-Ohm edition, Project Sub-Ohm edition of the MX4. I thought it came with the logos like the MX3 with that in the back, but it's just that. It's I guess created and designed by Project Sub-Ohm themselves. I'm not sure if Indulgence is just the people that make the metals or what, but it is a 304 stainless steel atomizer. It's 22 millimeters in width. The drip tip it comes with is an 11 millimeter wide Delrin drip tip. Competition, I'm not sure, but I guess more airflow means competition. There is a split positive post on this, and each hole on here is 2 millimeters in diameter, so you can fit, I'm not sure exactly what gauge fits through here, but the build that I have right now says 24 gauge paralleled with a 24 gauge Clapton with 20 or 30 gauge wrapped around it. They are using peak insulators deep in there, those bottom holes right there that you see. They are, with the smallest being 1.5, the second one being 2 millimeters, the third one being 3 millimeters. I don't really see it as an adjustable airflow because if you look closely, it's all open, and those holes are stuck in the back of the little AFC part right there. So technically, if you were to close one off, you would still have the airflow open to that one that you thought you closed off. A good thing for that to be adjusted, an easy fix would just fill in that and drill the holes straight through. Even if they're angled, whatever, they're coming up straight through from the top part. So I don't see why that would really matter. I mean, that would make it more adjustable to have it to only be set to that 1.5 or that 3 millimeter, or both of those open, whichever way you prefer it. This is the black version. It's available in not silver. It's available in stainless steel, black, white, and logoless copper, as opposed to all the logoless Sub-Ohm ones with that Sub-Ohm edition logo on there, which is pretty sick as hell. I like science, I like chemistry. This has an angular AFC just like the MX3 and the MX2. I'm pretty sure the MX1 didn't have it. But they are pretty sharp, but they do fit in nicely. When I got this, I didn't really have to let it sit in hot water. I kind of just was like sniffing it, smelled a little bit of oil, just rinsed it off just so I don't have to ruin a whole build, cotton and everything. The juice well is 5 millimeters. It's pretty deep. It's like in a dog bone shape, which is actually pretty cool because if you can tuck your cotton into that, what I did was I tucked it in and then brought it forward, so it's kind of just hanging in that little groove area, that little notch. So my cotton's like directly there, my coil's right over those holes right there. You can kind of see them in now. You can't see them in there. Well, anyways, the bottom of this atomizer, I don't want to mess it up. I just got this. It's a silver-plated silver-plated copper positive pin, and it's kind of cool. You could tell how it is because of the way it shines. What else? There are 18 holes on this, 9 on each side. They are like in a diamond shape, and the holes themselves are like in a diamond shape. They're not circular anymore. The negative posts are milled in. It's like all the atomizers we want, because we don't want them churning on us when you have a build like that in there. And I think the last thing I gotta say on the review aspect of this is it is serialized, which a lot of people want. Mine is N, because of the Sub-Ohm edition, 1850. It says MutationX version 4 right there. And it's designed in the USA. It's kind of hard to tell because I don't have my front camera, but that's that for the atomizer. And with a single coil, this is what I just said, the Clapton 24 gauge, 30 gauge stuff, paralleled. It's reading at 0.093, and I have the bottom airflow open and the full front airflow open on this hit. That's from a single coil. I'm kind of surprised off that too. And that's just it heating up. This is an actual hit. Really good on the dual portion of that. I'm just gonna get all the good out of the way first, because I mean there's only one or two bad things that I see about this, but that's just me. And I mean I only own like 13 Addies, but I'm not really want to talk because I haven't really tried every single good Addy out there. But this is a juiced up hit with a fully open airflow on one coil. The back is blocked off completely. Plug in there and it's closed. Okay, that's that. Now I'm gonna put one of these blades in the way. Completely closed off. Completely closed off. No holes visible. Only the bottom is open. And this I kind of liked. I've never used the bottom airflow atomizer, but it's really warm, and I can see how they say it brings the flavor out more. Still fogging it up, dude. It is warm like that, but I can like taste the flavor right here as opposed to just my mouth or my tongue or whatever. Like I can literally feel like the flavor crawling down my throat, tasting. Really good atomizer, really well built. Now time for the cons. I already dropped this with my Stingray, luckily. It didn't do any damage. But because of this, I'm just holding it. Let's just say I go pick up my mod just like any of my other mods. It comes right off kind of with just the weight of your mod, but by itself, I haven't tried that before. It's kind of scary, but it's not falling off, but the tolerance is just barely enough to keep it on there. So if you're one person to be drunk or swinging your mod around or something, your cap might fall off. It hasn't happened yet, and I'm not going to jinx myself, but it can't hold the weight of a mod. Even my light Stingray, it's copper, but it's really thin compared to this. And that's my only gripe, but I mean, it's not a bad thing. You could probably find bigger O-rings and just put them on here or something. If not, try to fit the ones that they set extra, and you might have like a better hold on it, I guess. I would probably change the top one to a thicker one, just so it seals that juice in there, but the bottom ones will kind of still hold it in place. If not, just change them all, because I mean, I would want to do that because I'm one to kind of just grab my mod and go, and that's already happened to me where it's fallen, dropped my whole mod. I thought it messed up my posts, but it didn't. I guess it fell on my mod, part of the mod, and didn't really damage it because it was on carpet, luckily. I've already had one of my plume veils that I dropped on cement. One of the posts went inward, and it was unusable until I put grub screws in it, and it was kind of usable again. It's just one of those holes is kind of oval shaped now because of the way it's bent. But aside from that, I would just say that here you are. I kind of wish that this was somehow, I know it's not possible because of the way it screws on, but if this was glass, that would be like, I would use that every day. Just put a vape band around it or something just so it doesn't fall if it knocks over or something. But this is a side-by-side comparison to the MutationX version 3, MX3, and the MX4. Those are the whole, let me block one of these off so you can see them. That's the whole difference on them. I don't know if it's really visible. They're still in like that diamond shape, but this one's more sharp of a diamond. This one's more like an angular diamond. It's like set on its side. But all these holes on this one, they're all diamond shaped. Or not diamond shaped, I mean, they look kind of egg shaped, but they're more on the diamond aspect of it as opposed to the circle on the MX3. And just so that you guys can see them side by side, it's pretty much the same thing. One, I have a dual coil build in it. It's just that airflow on the bottom was added to it. And from what I could tell, they're using a thinner, actually. It looks a little bit thinner of a center post, but I mean, that could just be my vision off a little. And everything pretty much looks identical besides the O-ring setup and the air holes in the bottom right there. They are about the same height, probably 0.5 millimeter difference in height. And the top caps are about the same height, I would say, because this one has that Delrin thing on it. But I mean, as far as your drip tip falls into your Addy, they would be exactly the same size, probably, if not 0.5 millimeter difference too. If not 1/4 millimeter. It's not really much of a difference. You can't tell straight off the back, but that's just because I feel like my eyes are that confident with measurements, eyeballing. But I mean, of course, this one's gonna outperform it right now because I have a dual coil G-Plat haywire build in this, and this one's at Clapton. It's MX3 on a Manhattan and MX4 on a Manhattan. More airflow through this, definitely. I feel like this one's giving me as much airflow as the MX3 with one side open. But that's my review on that, and hopefully it helps anyone who's looking to buy it. Just so you guys know, it is 22 millimeters. It does sit flush on all other atomizers. This is a 24 millimeter mod, so it is going to lip over the Addy a little bit. And as far as I can say, it is a really good built Addy. I still want to do an update on this because I just got it today. I'm still wanting to put dual coils in this, a very low gauge and a different kind of wire too, so I want to see how it stacks up as opposed to heat wise and vapor production and how it interacts with those bigger coils. But as it sits right now, this one does have a lot more airflow just because of that bottom airflow part, and probably due to the wider drip tip / 510 hole that's on there. I did wish this came with heat fins because it doesn't get hot, it gets warm. I've noticed it just gets warm, holy shit. But it hasn't gotten to the point where I can't hit it. That one, it's the MX3 would get like that, but these would help cool it down quicker. So I could take like 7 hits, let it cool down for 2-3 minutes, take another 5 hits, whatever. But as opposed to this one, I have not yet run it on dual coil, so I will do an update on this one. So follow, like, subscribe. I'm Dave Gore, Dave X Gore on Instagram. Um, yeah, hopefully you guys liked it.